Ardina and Johnny Williams of Pooler, Georgia have asked for a house call.
They want to install a kitchen exhaust fan, and I'm going to see if I can help them out.
So I understand we got a kitchen project today.
Yes. We need an oven hood vent installed.
Okay, let's go and take a look around. Is there one there now?
No,
No.
there's nothing.
Okay.
This is where it needs to go.
You don't even have one. You've never had one.
No, never, not since we
Okay.
moved in.
And why do you want one now, have you decided?
Well, every time we turn on the stove in any way, it sets off our heat and smoke detector on the
okay.
other side of the doorway.
Now, have you purchased the unit yet?
Yes,
Yes.
we have it out in the garage.
Okay, would you mind bringing it in? I just want to check a couple of
Okay.
things.
Yes.
Okay. You need two things to install a range hood: electricity, which we have right here, and a way to direct the exhaust. Now, we could go up with the exhaust through the cabinets, but in this case, you'd see the exhaust pipe right here. So instead, we're going to go through the wall, which means we not only have to go through this wall board right here, but also through the brick wall on the outside of the house.
See how well.
Johnny and Ardina start by checking to make sure there's enough space between the
I think
cabinets.
that'll work.
Then we'll find the center of the wall and follow the manufacturer's detailed instructions to mark the position for the cutout.
This is what we're going to cut out right here.
X marks the spot for the cutout.
Now, this is where the electrical wire will come through right here. This is where the exhaust will go out. And those, of course, have to match up with these same openings in the back of the exhaust fan. So now it's time to do some cutting. The idea is to push it through the wall. There you go.
Using a wallboard saw, Johnny cuts along the lines we've just drawn.
Not connected like to the
As is often the case with home improvement, the empty space we expected to find behind the wall is occupied by a copper water pipe. The only choice is to detour the pipe around the opening. To do this, we remove the cabinet and enlarge the opening in the wall. While the wall is open, we run the new electrical wire for the range hood.
Be sufficient.
Then reroute and resolder the copper pipe. To close up the opening, we'll attach 1x3 cleats to the inside of the wall at the top and bottom. Secure the new wallboard to these cleats, and then patch the seams with joint tape and compound.
Well, that was quite a detour, wasn't it? But we have gotten that pipe out of the way, and right now we're looking at the back side of the exterior brick wall. We're going to start cutting through now, and I'm going to do that by boring 4 holes at each corner where we want the exterior hole to be. I'm going to use a carbide tipped bit and a hammer drill. Now, this drill actually hammers as it rotates. It's going to allow us to go through that brick a lot faster.
Johnny and I share the drilling duty, and before long, we have the corner holes bored out.
Oh, don't slap me.
You okay?
Yeah.
That was fast.
From the outside, we drill a series of holes between the corners to perforate the opening. Then, using a hammer and chisel, we remove the loose brick and mortar.
We're going to start our actual installation here on the outside by putting in this wall cap. This is where the exhaust air will actually exit the building. Now, attached to that will be a short piece of duct. This was 24 inches long when we got it. We simply cut it down to length. It'll slip up inside here, and this entire unit will go through the wall. We'll seal it around the edges here with some caulk, and then attach it on the inside to the range hood.
I'll use sheet metal screws to attach the duct to the wall cap, and then seal the joint with duct tape. A heavy bead of masonry adhesive will secure the cap to the brick wall and keep it sealed from wind and weather. Once the duct has come through the wall, I use tin snips to cut the corners and then bend the edges back flush with the wall. A flange around the duct makes a tight seal to the hood. Because the underside of the cabinet is recessed, we'll need to install cleats to provide a mounting surface for the hood. Ardina drives screws through the bottom of the cabinet to attach the cleats. At the electrical outlet, I cut back the insulation and then make the connections for the wiring. Finally, we install 4 mounting screws to the cleats, driving them only halfway in so that we can slip the slotted mounting holes over the heads.
We are approaching the moment of truth, okay? You'll have 2 jobs. One will be to take that electrical wire over there and feed it through this hole right here, this connector.
Okay.
Just kind of gently pull it through.
All right.
And then we put 4 screws in up there. We want to locate these large holes right here. just below the heads of the screws. I'm going to push this up. And once we
Okay.
get it on the screws, we're going to slide it back to the wall.
All right.
And then tighten the screws up.
Next, we connect the electrical wires to the hood and replace the access panel. Finally, we snap the grease filter in place.
Well, they're cooking away, and I don't hear any smoke alarm.
Yeah, we've got good ventilation now.
Well, I guess we solved that problem.
Yes, and I really appreciate your coming to help us out with
Oh,
it.
you're very welcome. And the other problem, the one we found inside the wall.
We're glad we didn't have to deal with it alone.
You could have handled it. Johnny, pleasure working with you.
The smell of
too.
those burgers brought the kids
That's
running.
a great idea. Let's
Let's
eat.
eat.